was coming home from school one night, and I came the way I usually do along this long block that was badly lit. There was this man standing by the school park, and he looked really freaky, and I just wanted to get by him to go about my business, you know. But as I went by, all he said was, "Sinner." And I looked at him as if to say, "Why are you bothering me? I haven't done anything to you." But he just kept saying it. "Sinner." And it started with the blood. And every month you bleed, you sin.
I was walking down Allentown Avenue one night when I saw this man. I just wanted to walk by him. But as I was walking by him, he asked me, "Do you have any money?" And I said, "No." But then he pulled out this huge knife, and I looked at it, pushed him, and he fell, so I started to run. I didn't know if he was going to get up and chase me again. There was no one there to save me.
Hey, Sanjar. You know, I've been meaning to tell you for a really long time now. When I see you and your friends at the park, about how fine you look riding that skateboard, and do you remember that one night? Boy, you can be so crazy. Like, I was wondering if maybe...
You know, we're all in this major motion picture called the 20th Century, and here come the credits across the screen. Only there are so many actors in this movie that the credits is the New York City phone book. We all get equal billing because we all got bit parts. Only it doesn't matter now because the movie's almost over, and this is the end.
Los otros días me dijeron que lo mataron a mi amigo José. Yo no sé por qué lo mataron. He was a good kid. Iba a la iglesia y le pagan mucho. Yo no sé por qué. Ni dijeron que no sufre cuando murió. Pero ¿por qué me duele? I don't know why he was killed.
I remember the night of my 10th birthday. We were driving my mom's car. She was drunk, and I had to drive the car for her. And I couldn't find my way home. So, this cop pulled up and said for us to get in the back seat. I gave him a name. I felt really awful, because the next morning, she was supposed to hold this big birthday party for me. And then the next morning, she really showed up out of the jailhouse. And she fixed herself, all up.
Me and my sister had this fight once. But it was weird because I hit her. And I don't usually hit. But this time I hit her right in her head. And I was scared, so I ran into my room and I locked the door. Then I heard my sister getting the knives out of the kitchen. So I got my knives out. And all of a sudden, knives started hitting the door. And one knife came right through the door. So I put my foot up against the door. And finally, nothing happened. In about 10 minutes, I went into the hallway and I looked around. And she wasn't there. So I looked into her room. And there she was, sitting in the corner, screaming and crying, "Eddie! help me, Eddie! Mommy doesn't love me, Eddie. She only loves you. And she was screaming and freaking out, and I didn't know what to do, and I was scared because I thought that I did this to her. So I went over to her, and I hugged her.
to make me kiss you goodnight. Sometimes you slap me. I don't know why. There are nights when you're so drunk you forget that I even have a bedtime at all. You don't know when I stay out all night with my friends.
I stay awake all night and watch TV. But tonight, I have to kiss you goodnight and pretend like you've been perfect all along. How can I argue? It's bedtime. Good night.
All those days I was dreaming in my room for revenge. Do you know how many times I killed off my mother and father in car accidents, tragic plane crashes, and with strange diseases?
All those dreams. And once I had my science teacher roasting on spit in North Alaska, and I chewed hard on her nose. All that revenge. And sometimes, you know, I'd imagine myself racing on a motorcycle in an old black leather jacket
On a Midwestern highway,
and either I would end up in LA with an incredible gang of far-out friends, or I'd smash into a billboard and end up in the intensive care unit of an Arizona hospital. And my mother and father would weep and say, "Oh, we love you best of all, and we'll give you lots of presents from now on." Oh, what revenge. Oh, what sweet revenge. But what am I now? A loner with a sore throat and a blister on my toe, and no place to go. And I used to dream of running off, of running far away. And I'd see the headlines in the New York Daily News: brilliant scholar missing from grieving family, and hours of radio time would be filled with my description. And then Stevie Wonder would write a song about me. Yeah.
poor little runaway, poor little runaway. Why did you run away? Why did you make your mom so sad? Oh, come on back today. Poor little runaway, poor little runaway. Why did you run away? Why did you make your mama so sad? Come on back today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here are some of the ways we survive. It's always shoplifting at the A&P. Pay for a pack of gum or steal a steak. Or if security is too close by, eat the cheese right there. I say enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise, and God was the black guy when it comes. Bicycle stealing used to be good till the syndicate got in on it. But you can now and then grab a 10-speed, sell the parts separately, remove the motor from a moped or the 8-track from a car. I say enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise, and God was the black guy when it comes. I go into a zoo at the closing hours and collect all the crap from the animal cages. Then I package it in brown paper wrappings and sell it as fertilizer. Enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise. God was the black guy when it comes. There's always hooking, there's always men, but I wanna stay dignified and not do that again.
Enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise. God was the black guy when it comes.
I'll protect helpless old ladies from potentially brutal muggings by my best friends here who could look like killers if they want to. Now that's good for a quarter or potato.
Enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise. God was the black guy when it comes.
Surviving ain't nothing if you don't do it with imagination. Just to get by is a waste of time. If you want to live, you've got to con. What am I supposed to get by on, huh?
Enterprise, enterprise, you got the enterprise, 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 you got the enterprise. God was the
I am getting drowsy.
Too much praise makes you feel terrible.
No, that's the problem I do not have. I have heavy head.
Too much money makes you feel cheap.
You don't want to feel cheap? Give me your money. You won't feel so cheap.
Strange as that seems.
It does feel a little bit strange to this person.
Sometimes a person gets sort of up in a big way. I suppose maybe some children. The more she gets, the more she feels alone and strange.
My mother is dead, and my father, who bossed her around, drank all the time, had other girlfriends, cried a lot, said that life was cruel. And that's it. The other night, after my mother's funeral, I went into her room, and I started sorting through her dresser drawers. Through her underwear, her socks, her blouses. I could smell her skin, her powder, her breath. And it made me feel like #1 in the world. I mean, she got herself into one of those strange coffins, and they got lowered into the ground to never, ever, ever, ever be seen on the face of the earth again. It was all so mysterious. It gave me kind of a medal to show off. Teachers would be kinder. My friends wouldn't say I was bad at sports. I didn't have to worry about pimples. And then it began to wear off. And I would hold up the clothes, and there'd be no body in them. And I would try to remember the shape of her arms, or the way that she would paint her toenails. And my brain would start screaming. I mean, how does a person just completely disappear? I don't understand it.
Makes my heart sing. I said, look, thin wind across I know you for a very long time now.
What is an artiste? I don't know. Write me a letter, Mr. Picasso. Tell me about your spray paints and your subway wall. What do you dream, Mr. Chagall?
I like dirty words. I think they look right. I paint multicolored curses late at night. I make backgrounds in the city, in the summer, or the snow. Is that what you did, Mr. Van Gogh? I like to paint a sneaker, a hell of a sneaker, a big-ass sneaker. Big as the D-train with some wheels on it so I don't have to walk, and a nose so I can breathe. And someday, you know, they will build the
Sneaker Subway Memorial Museum
for all of us veterans of police and graffiti walls.
For all those whose feet got electro-violent traps. And for the crazy types who got themselves wearing to death because the trans artist Elba too soon. Just when he was in the middle of the most colorful and precise screw year. Have you ever met the 16-year-old headless ghost of 42nd Street and Broadway subway stop? Well, I knew when he had his head. And I saw him when he lost it.
But I like danger, and nothing stops me. Would you let anything stop you? Mr. Salvador Dali, you and your signified monkey mustache. I sleep the whole day through, and I stay awake all night.
Covering the cities with colors loud and bright, under the ground.
Behind the walls.
Outside the window.
Like an incredible, huge, artistic, glorified graffiti cockroach.
And when the stores are closed,
I crawl in.
and I steal my spray paint can.
Is that what you did, Monsieur? Go get it. I thought so. But I'm serious about my art. Everybody knows me. I paint my signature for my whole neighborhood to see. This is my Misterioso La Guardia. George Washington Hancock Rodriguez Scooter Bozo Smith III. Yeah.
But what does an artist really do? How does he live? I don't know. And I can't read. But run me a little, Mr. Picasso!
Mr. Picasso!
Yo mama!
Yo papa!
Yo ugly grandma!
Well, you know they call me the bird lady, and I'm supposed to be one of those crazy types that talks to pigeons and pheasants and whatnot. But the truth is, they talk to me. And this one says to me, he says, "Hey, Nick KK, you know, I was a frog before I was a pigeon, and a prince before that. And if you would just lay your lips on an appropriate part of my feathers, then I'm going to take you away from all this on my big white frog pheasant prince horse." Yeah. All right, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Mwah. Hey, you weren't ready, were ya? All right, one more time, okay? Here we go. Crap. I've got me a defective fairy tale. Hollywood's gone, done up, and brought it all up. Selling out now, huh? Won't do nothing for free. Well, it's all right, because I'll keep on talking, and I'll keep on talking, and I'll keep on. Woo. 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 I mean, ain't there no such thing as a simple love between a girl and her pigeon anymore?
Señoras de la noche, son como luciérnagas, tan bravas y brillantes, pero son pálidas en el día, no son ni fuego. Oh, really, is that true? No, no, ¿qué haces? No es nada.
No me digas eso. No te creo. Porque yo siempre veo con basura como él.
No estoy con él.
Claro. Cierto. Tú es mío. Y mío solo. When I see you shit like him, it makes me crazy.
I know. No estoy con él. No estoy con él. Te prometo.
Perdóname.
It's okay. It's okay.
Discúlpame. I'm sorry.
Why?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's bad enough we have to run away. It's bad enough we have to safety pin our socks to our knees, our shirts to our pants. That we have to walk the streets with no soles in our shoes, live where there's no heat. It's bad enough we have to run away wondering, did we do wrong? It's bad enough we gotta steal to eat. Join disgusting gangs to feel safe. It's bad enough we may never see our parents again. And if we do, it'll be to bail us out of jail, pick us up from the emergency room, or pull us from our pimps. It's bad enough we have to grow up having absolutely no idea how to talk right, think straight, or look cool. It's bad enough we have to feel ashamed for what we can't remember. Humiliated by what we couldn't possibly know. And lonely for who we never met. It's bad enough we have to run away in the first place. But we have to die too. We have to die too. We have to die. Give me a P! P! Give me a U! U! Give me a M! M! Give me a K! K! What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? I'm a child of an aging hippie, and I hate long hair like a plague. I hate drugs because my parents are so sexy. I hate rock and roll. I say, where are those people who can hair? Why are they so freaky rich and ugly? Where are those people from San Francisco? They got facts, woo! They got facts, and they can decide to be friends. Where is the promise of a medical age? Why do astrologists think that's the most fun?
Why are horoscopes
someone to have my own special on TV. Did you know it's so easy to be a star? Where are the people losing hair? Let the sun shine in. Where the chance of people who couldn't finish it like social work? Or be never residents hungry. Amen. Revolution on Broadway. A bunch of rich native people making more miserable things like me. To hold up for institutions like me. To overdose on your life like me. It's going on that by the time I finish this off, they'll either murder someone or have their own special on TV. Did you know it's so easy to be a star? People who do hair, let the sun shine in. What have they teach us from the last 10 years? What have they done with their million lives? They spent a lot of broken point accents, and they say enough, yeah, they say enough. They say enough, yeah, they say enough. They say enough, yeah, they say 7, 8, 9 century of hair. Again, is the dawning of the age of. Do you like that? Do you like that? I'll give you more of it. I'll give you more of it. I don't care. I don't care. I say, do the hip, you do the hair. I say, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm getting famous. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm getting famous. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm getting closer. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm getting famous. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Do the hip, you do the hair. Oh.
How sad you are, Jane. We think you must be dead. After all the appendicitises and talking tos we gave you, and still, all you ever do is cry, Mommy! Mommy! How stubborn you are, Jane Louise. We think you must be dead. It's too bad about all of this. You could have come and lived with us in our father's mansion in California. But now you can't go and we can't go. And we all have to stay here and attend your stupid, solemn funeral. How stupid and boring you are, Jane Louise. Couldn't you have become a beauty queen or something? But instead, a black and blue little girl with a bag of grass planted where your heart should be. You'll have to bury you, so your parents will never know.
It is so hard to be a mother when you haven't ever had a mother's love, and it breaks my heart to see. Locked into a marriage of self-responsibility. Let me be free and let me play out on the playground. Let me be just a kid out of
mothers and fathers' minds took long walks down late-night halls. To boys and girls who in baby dreams saw mothers and fathers scraping the strength off selves like bark off trees. To boys and girls whose mothers and fathers put them to sleep, not with goodnight eyes, but goodbye.
To boys and girls who saw their mothers and fathers' lives spread out like caged bird wings. To boys and girls whose mothers and fathers would 1 minute give a chance and the next close it up like fat cardboard books.
To boys and girls who grew slim in adolescence while mothers and fathers swelled with middle-aged woe. To boys and girls whose mothers and fathers stared blankly. To boys and girls whose mothers and fathers started screaming lines from old movies. To boys and girls whose mothers and fathers drunkenly wished for an incredible lie worth keeping.
To boys and girls who now weep because you wish you'd met your mother's or father's shadow on a dark top porch in dream rockers. I say make laws against regret. Otherwise you'd have to start with Adam and Eve. The line is long and waiting. They were unsavable by you. They were unseen by their own parents themselves. It is so long, this song. It's so yearning.
To boys and girls too young to know when eyes are cold and scared. To boys and girls who have baby memories remember us we used to stop crying, so violent that it could not have meant anything but violence.
To boys and girls who in their adolescence sneaked downstairs, disturbingly found a mother or father coiled in a chair, locked in consequence. I say there is so much mother pull, there is so much father pull, and so little human decency.
To boys and girls who read half-done mother and father war letters and watch the gardens overgrow with weed. To boys and girls half-secret with womanhood and manhood who have to pry open too soon because mothers and fathers die or kill themselves according to the laws of angry, random, grown-up gods.
To boys and girls weeping, weeping! Now half man, half woman, because you wish you got your parents' signature on a definite night on a top porch, in dream chairs, holding family hands, talking love words. I say make laws against regret. Otherwise, you'd have to start with Adam and Eve. And the line waits endlessly. And the song is so long and so yearning. Problem after problem, mood after mood.
Sadness, despair, loneliness.
Anger. I don't know how to.
Deal with it. No one taught me how to deal with it. Sometimes I miss the people I left behind.
Sometimes I'm afraid of the people I hang out with. Sometimes I'm terrified of losing myself.
I'm telling you, sometimes I even think I miss my parents or
Something. I want
Something.
I want something.
something comforting, something wonderful, something
Thrilling. Something that makes me feel.